Now next is properties of alpha ray. Okay, so first thing is that alpha ray, it consists of alpha particles. Means alpha ray, there are alpha particles. What are the alpha particles? Alpha particles are nothing but helium nucleus. Now, what is the structure of helium atom? Inside the helium atom, inside the nucleus, there are 2 proton, 2 neutron, and outside the nucleus, there are 2 electrons. So, what is done? That electrons are removed. So, if you consider after removing the 2 electron from the helium atom, what will left? Helium nucleus. So, that is known as the alpha particle. So, you see inside an alpha particle, what is there? 2 proton and 2 neutron. So, what is the atomic number of alpha particle? Plus 2. And what is the mass number? 2 proton, 2 neutron means how much? 4. So, you see alpha particle, it is symbol for alpha particle is like this, plus 2 alpha 4, or sometimes you may write it plus 2 helium 4. Okay. Now, alpha particle, as they are having 2 proton and 2 neutron, so out of alpha, beta and gamma, when I will discuss beta and gamma, it will be more clear to you. Alpha particles are the heaviest particle. So, what happened? When the alpha particle passes through any gas, then it collide with the gas molecules, and when it collide with the gas molecule, it knock out electrons from the gas molecules and thereby convert it into ion. So, alpha particle, as they are heavy particle, they can strongly ionize the gas. Alright, and that's why ionization power of alpha particle is maximum. So, this is the relation if you remember, and if you write it, then the examiner will come to know that you know about the ionization power of alpha. Ionization power IP, ionization power of alpha particle is 100 times ionization power of beta particle and 10,000 times ionization power of gamma. Alright, gamma radiation. Alpha ionization power of beta and ionization power of gamma radiation. So remember, I point wise important wise I have written the points in the properties of alpha ray. Okay. So here this is the most important point related with the properties of alpha particle, that alpha particle can strongly ionize the gas. You may get the question, why alpha particle can strongly ionize the gas? The reason is that alpha particle is the heavy particle. Out of alpha, beta, gamma, alpha is the heaviest particle. Its mass number is 4. So easily it can transfer its momentum to the molecule and energy, and that thereby it can ionize the gas. Okay, and this is the relation that ionization power of alpha is 100 times ionization power of beta, 10,000 times ionization power of gamma. Then the next point, third point, PP I have written, it is means penetration power, penetrating power. Penetrating power and ionization power, they are interrelated. Penetrating power means how much the particle or the radiation can penetrate inside a medium or inside gas, that is known as the penetrating power. Now the particle which are having more ionization power, they cannot penetrate deep inside the medium. Why? Just understand it. Just you imagine, now we are not in the real class, I am missing it badly. So in the real class, suppose when the children are sitting, just consider the first row, all children are sitting, they are all the molecules. Now from the door, another student is entering. That student is the alpha particle. So suppose she is colliding with the first girl sitting in the first row, so losing some energy. Then she is colliding with the next, losing some energy. Then she is colliding with the third one, losing some energy. So you see, every time she is colliding, ionizing the molecule, losing the energy. So this way, when it will ionize more and more, it will lose all of its energy during the ionization process. And when it will lose all of its energy, it will not be able to move only. So if it cannot move only, it will not be able to penetrate inside the medium. So this is the concept that when ionization power more means penetrating power less. That's why you see, as ionization power of alpha is maximum, penetrating power of alpha is minimum. Just look at it. Penetrating power of alpha is 1 upon 100 times penetrating power of beta, 1 upon 10,000 times penetrating power of gamma. Means penetrating power of alpha is minimum. Why penetrating power of alpha is minimum? Because ionization power of alpha is maximum. Alright, these two points, the second and third point, they are interrelated with each other. Now the other properties of alpha ray is that speed of alpha particle is of the order of 10 to the power 7 meter per second. And remember that speed of alpha particle is emitted from different radioactive substances are different. Alright. And then alpha particle deflect in electric and magnetic field just like the positively charged particle. Okay. And then alpha particle, amount of deflection of alpha particle is less than amount of deflection of beta. Why? Because alpha is heavier than beta. Alpha having 2 proton, 2 neutron. So it is heavier than beta. And alpha particles affect the photographic plate. Alpha particle may cause fluorescence when they strike the fluorescent material. Alpha particles are used for transmutation. What is transmutation? Means you can convert one element into the other element just by bombarding it by alpha particle. Nuclear, in that energy chapter already you studied, no? Nuclear fission reaction, that when uranium-235 bombarded by a neutron, then what happens? It breaks into the 2 different elements. So whenever any nuclear reaction takes place, then you can convert one element into other. So as the alpha particle is having more energy and momentum, so they are used in the transmutation. Transmutation means what? The process where one element is converted into the other element. Alright. And regarding alpha particle, another important point is that alpha particle destroys living cells. Okay, that's why alpha particles, they may cause biological damage. That's why alpha particles are not at all good. Rather, they are harmful for normal living being, for normal human being. Okay, so these are all properties of alpha ray or alpha particles. Then next is coming properties of beta ray. Next is properties of beta rays. Now beta rays, unlike the alpha ray, consist of some particles, and that particles are known as beta particles. Alright, very interesting beta ray. Please, I hope you will enjoy it. Now what are beta particles then? So what I say, beta rays consist of beta particles. Now what are beta particles? Beta particles are nothing but electrons, but the electrons which are coming out from the nucleus. Alright, we know that in an atom, where are the electrons? Electrons are staying outside the nucleus in different orbits. So if you take the electrons in the different orbits, they are not at all beta particle. Because you know that beta radiation, they are part of radioactivity, and radioactivity is completely a nuclear phenomena. Okay, radioactivity is the phenomena exhibited by the nucleus of an atom. Orbital electrons no way related with it. They have nothing to do with the radioactivity, orbital electrons. So, what are the beta particles? Beta particles are the electrons coming out from the nucleus. Alright. Now, you may think that now Miss has gone mad, because inside the atom, inside the nucleus, there are no electrons. Then how electrons will come out? Now, how the electrons will come out, that you understand it. So, before that, beta particles, as they are electrons, you know electrons are having negative charge. Alright. So, you see what is the symbol for beta particle. Here we write down -1, okay, the charge, clear, and what is the what is the mass of electron? Mass of electron is 1 upon 1836 part mass of hydrogen atom. So it is almost negligible in comparison to the mass of proton. That's why we write the symbol, the mass number as 0. Okay, so what is the symbol for beta particle? Either you can write -1 beta 0 or -1 E 0, because beta particles are nothing but electrons. But remember that if you write down electrons, that is incomplete, coming out from the nucleus. Alright, so we have to understand that where from electrons are coming inside the nucleus. Alright, now just before emission of beta particle from the nucleus, inside the nucleus a change occurs. Okay, what is the change? Understand it. You see here, this is neutron. Neutron has no charge, so the symbol for neutron is 0, atomic number n and mass number 1. So 0 n 1, this is neutron. 1 neutron, it is converted into 1 proton, 1 beta particle and 1 anti-neutrino. This is an anti-particle of neutrino. This is also another kind of fundamental particles. Alright, particle physics is the most interesting branch in physics. So here, understand it. Before the emission of beta particle, beta ray from the nucleus, what happens within the nucleus? Within the nucleus, 1 neutron, it is converted into 1 proton. So proton, how we write? +1, positive charge, and it is having the mass number 1, and beta particle is -1 beta 0, and anti-neutrino, this is nu, alright, Greek letter nu, and there should be a bar. If you do not give the bar, then it will represent neutrino. Anti-particle, that's why the bar sign is there. Always remember, beta particle cannot come out alone. Beta particle always should be paired with anti-neutrino. So that's why here this is bar sign represent the antiparticle, and it has 0 mass, 0 charge. So we write the symbol for anti-neutrino this way. This is anti-neutrino. Alright, and beta particle always associated with anti-neutrino. Clear? So here you see inside the nucleus this change occurs. So 1 neutron converted into proton. So, and beta particle and anti-neutrino will produce. Then proton will stay back within the nucleus, and this beta particle along with anti-neutrino will come out from the nucleus. Alright. So this is the origin of electron within the nucleus. I hope you have understood. I repeat, what is happening? Before the emission of beta particle, beta ray, inside the nucleus there will be a change. What is the change? A neutron, from a neutron, 1 proton, 1 beta particle and 1 anti-neutrino will be produced. Alright, and then proton will stay back within the nucleus, and the beta particle along with anti-neutrino will come out from the nucleus. Means this is the electron, the beta particle. Alright, so this is the way the electrons coming out from the nucleus, or beta particles are coming out from the nucleus. Then if you consider the ionization power, as beta particles are lighter particles, so its ionization power is 1 upon 100 times ionization power of alpha, and it is 100 times greater than ionization power of gamma. Now, if one is unable to write this one, then my suggestion is you just remember only one relation and write down the same relation for this point always. Means for alpha also, beta also, gamma also, for ionization power write down this relation. If you are unable to break it this way. Okay, and for penetrating power of beta is more than that of alpha, 100 times more than that of alpha, because ionization power of beta is less. So penetrating power of beta is more than alpha. and penetrating power of beta is 1 upon 100 times penetrating power of gamma. Again my advice, unable to break it like this, then you remember this relation, that penetrating power of alpha 1 upon 100 times, penetrating power of beta 1 upon 10,000 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, penetrating power of gamma. Okay, unable to write this, then write down these 2 points only, repeat these 2 points only for alpha also, beta also. At least examiner will understand you, and you know the fact. Okay, you may not be able to write it this form, but you can write this form. Okay, so what I want to say, that ionization power of beta is greater than that of alpha, less than that of alpha, but greater than that of gamma. That's why penetrating power of beta is more than that of alpha and less than that of gamma. Okay, then the other properties are, now the other properties of beta particle, that speed of beta particle is of the order of 10 to the power 8 meter per second, but its speed is less than the speed of light, because speed of light, you know, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So it cannot move. You know that it is almost impossible that a particle can move with the speed of light. Then next one is that beta particles, the speed of beta particles emitted from the same element are different. Alright. Why the speed of beta particles emitted from the same element? Suppose from a uranium 2 beta particles are emitted. Now the speed of these 2 beta particles will not be the same. But if it is alpha particle, then what will happen? If the alpha particle are emitted from the same uranium, then what will happen? Their speed will be the same. Why? Because alpha particle, when they are coming out alone. But in case of beta particle, what is happening? Beta particles never come out alone. What I said, along with beta particle, antineutrino will come out. And beta particle and antineutrino, you know, they are the good friends. What happens? Whatever energy they are carrying, that energy is randomly distributed among beta particle and antineutrino. It may happen that beta particle is getting the 20% energy, antineutrino getting the 80% energy. It may happen that beta particle getting the 50% energy, antineutrino getting 50% of energy. So there is almost all the probabilities of distribution of energy among the beta particle and antineutrino. So that's why what happened, when the beta particles are emitted from the same element, they are having different energy, they carry different energy and they have different speed. Then beta particle, just like the alpha particle, can affect the photographic plate. They can cause the fluorescence when they are striking the fluorescent material. Then beta particle can produce X-rays when the beta particles, highly energized beta particles, are stopped by any heavy high atomic number metals, just like the tungsten. Then beta particle may produce X-rays, and beta particle cause more biological damage. Why? This point is important. Beta particle cause more biological damage. Why? Because their penetrating power of beta particle is quite high. So they may cause more biological damage in comparison to the alpha particle. Alright. So these are all properties of beta particle. Next are the properties of gamma rays. Unlike alpha and beta rays, gamma ray do not consist any particle. Gamma rays are nothing but electromagnetic waves or electromagnetic radiation. In the spectrum chapter you have studied in detail. So gamma rays, they are the electromagnetic radiation. They do not have any charge or any particle. So gamma ray, that's why we denote it by this symbol. What is the symbol for gamma? This is the way, that is mass number, atomic number, both is 0, because it is electromagnetic wave, electromagnetic radiation. Now, ionization power, gamma ray can cause ionization, and ionization power of gamma is minimum. Why minimum? Because it is not having any particle, it is a wave. That's why its ionization power is minimum. And you can write this way, or as I suggested, that for alpha, whatever you have written, that relation only you can write. That ionization power of gamma is 1 upon 100 times ionization power of beta, 1 upon 10,000 times ionization power of alpha. Now as ionization power of gamma is minimum, penetrating power of gamma is maximum. That's why penetrating power of gamma is 100 times penetrating power of beta, 10,000 times penetrating power of alpha. And speed of alpha ray, what it will be? It is an electromagnetic wave, and you know all the electromagnetic wave in vacuum, they move with the same speed, with the speed of light. So what is its speed? 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. And as gamma radiation, this point is very important related with gamma ray. As gamma ray do not have any kind of charge. It is an electromagnetic wave. So it do not deflect. It do not deflect in electric and magnetic field. And gamma ray also, just like the alpha and beta, they affect the photographic plate. Gamma ray also cause fluorescence. Then the other properties, I am not writing, I am just saying it verbally, that, okay, I am writing it. Now this point is very important, that's why I have written. That although I was not willing to write, gamma ray cause immense biological damage. Alpha cause biological damage, then beta also cause biological damage, gamma cause beta's biological damage is more than that of alpha, but gamma ray cause maximum biological damage. Why? Because it can penetrate deep inside the human body, living animals, living beings, and that's why it can destroy the living cells. But the gamma ray is helpful in treating cancer. Rather, we use gamma ray, doctors use gamma ray in treating the cancer patient. Alright, what is done that when the cancerous cells are exposed to gamma ray, then gamma ray simply burns the cancerous cell. So that way gamma ray is useful for the cancer patient, but gamma ray is means what I can say, very much harmful for the normal living being, normal human being. So gamma ray cause immense biological damage. Why it can cause immense biological damage? Because its penetrating power is maximum. Alright, so the properties of alpha, beta and gamma you must learn. This is an interesting chapter, and all the points I said it is important, especially ionization power, penetrating power, how much biological damage they can cause, and what about their deflection in electric and magnetic field. These are the important properties of the alpha, beta and gamma rays that you must learn and practice and remember. Thank you, girls.